Hi chaps, Simo P here from Beard, Biceps and Batchat. Today's video is myself, Cowboy and Hooded in a Cromwell and a Knight platoon. We're quite excited to do this. We were rubbing our hands together hoping to get a tier 6 match, but unfortunately we ended up bottom tier in a tier 8 game. So we were scratching our heads a little bit, deciding the best way to go about this. Now what you're seeing at the moment is Cowboy and Hooded showing me the three marks they've got on their Cromwell and taking the mick out of me for only having one mark on mine. So being bottom tier, we're trying to decide how we want to play this game. We decided initially, I say initially, that we want to go down the one line. In our heads, we don't imagine any of the heavier tier 8 stuff will go down that way, as it usually goes to the hill on the 9-0 line. So initially I tell everyone to follow me, and then I realised this isn't the way I usually go on this map, so I'll let someone else go ahead of me and decide to try and use Cowboy as my meat shield. Then the reds start flashing up. We do a quick double take just to see what they have there, and we very quickly realised we are outgunned. They have scouts there with better rates of fire than we do, so we quickly decide, nope, that's not for us. If the red team have committed down the one line, what we're going to look to do is make a nuisance for ourselves and go over the bridge, which is probably fairly rarely done, especially at the start of a match. So we're just deciding who's going first. If you've ever seen Enemy at the Gates, you always know the person going sort of first or second is more likely to get shot than the last person. So I take the bravest position and decide to go last. Now with Cromwells, especially when you're running a platoon of them, you literally need to play quickly. You can't stop. You've got to find isolated tanks, circle them to death. I've literally took a tracking shot there just so I can get all the damage from the other guys taking shots. We thought we found them AFK, and there we think, crap, this cheeky chap is not AFK, he's baiting us, he's just waiting for us. We're all panicking, wondering who's he's aiming at with his massive gun. So we just keep circling him, throwing shots into him, and take him out nice and quickly. Now we look to take on our next target. We notice there's a TD that's fairly isolated, the AT8, so we start making our way towards them, and then we notice some of the red team, medium and heavy, so tier 8s, have doubled back to deal with us running through their back line. So the other two were sort of deciding what to do. There's more than 38T taking shots at him. So I volunteer to take out the low tier TD. First shot into him, we get a ram damage as well. I'm just using this hill as cover, sliding round, not planned, it looked decent, totally accidental. We take him out. Now, it's at this point, one of the guys has just been shotgunned by the artillery. So I decide to put some shots into him, and then I realise he's aiming at me. So I just let the other tank go in front of me in case he's going to take a shot. So he hopefully shotguns the tank in front of me rather than killing me. So I'm going to push again, look to try and identify some more tanks. I thought I'd go for the T29 and realised very quickly, nope, he's got some cover, he's got protection, this isn't the guy for me. So I just circle around to this AT8, realise I'm in more trouble, running into more and more tanks, and I'm telling Cowboy, look, there's an isolated heavy tank on the D9 line, let's go chase him and deal with him instead. Cowboy follows me up. He's being chased at the moment by their AMX 1375, I think it is, their light tank, who's doing a pretty decent job keeping a lot of pressure on us and stopping us from using our, oh, there's a shot, our manoeuvrability, because he can match us, and his gun is obviously a lot better than ours is. So the AT7 is keeping this Tiger 2 pinned down, so I fly around the corner. Thankfully he's low health. First shot into him, second shot should pen him, get round the back of him where it's nice and weak, and just take him out. Ideal way to play Cromwells when you've got 2 or 3 of them in the platoon, isolated tanks, even if they're 2 tiers higher, just circle them to death. So they've got quite a lot left that's quite concentrated. So what we want to do here is, rather than carry on pushing, since we're both really low health, we're going to look to get assisted damage through spots. So we're going to get in positions where we can spot all the reds at their base. We carry on getting the XP, but without risking our health and sort of dying early and just being utterly pointless for the rest of the game. Now, it was at this point I realised that the crew I've got in this Cromwell does not have any skills. They don't even have Sixth Sense yet. So I was wondering why my Sixth Sense wasn't going off and whether I was spotted or not. So you'll see me do a couple of things where you think, surely he's spotted, why is he staying out in the open so long? That's purely because I forgot I didn't have Sixth Sense on this tank, so it was throwing me off a little bit, and I didn't adjust my playstyle for it. Thankfully, I've been quite lucky where no one's taken advantage of it too much. Try and put a tracking shot into the T150, just bounces off harmlessly into this track. Although this tank has got a good rate of fire, the pen isn't great, it's not bad. The alpha is sort of 150, 175, so it's never going to do huge amounts of damage in one shot. So that T69 is the one that has just taken out Cowboy. Again, fluff the shot. The aiming or the accuracy on this gun is not spectacular. It's even worse when you're trying to circle stuff to death. So now we know where all the tanks are. I'm not getting any spotted or assisted damage from our guys, well, except for that one, from our guys taking them. What I'm going to do instead is, while they're distracted shooting the other guys, I'm going to start going round the back and just starting to put shots into unsuspected tanks. Initially I want this T69 just while he was dealing with that tank, but then I realised after he's killed him, he put his full attention on me. There's no point, he'll take me out. It'll take him 2 shots. We'll only have got 1 shot into him, and that's not enough to kill him. So I sneak up onto this 88, first shot into the tracks, second shot, look to get him into the tracks again. It's at this point I'm thinking this is pointless. 1 more shot into the tracks, and then I just decide to aim for the cupola, take him out, and stop messing about. So we've still got 2 tanks left alive, plus the T69. I really don't want to have to deal with that T69 if I can help it. He'll just cut me down. So I see the T69 start pushing, and what I'm trying to do, you'll see some special moments in a minute, is to get that T150. My map awareness at this point is truly horrific. I'm never going to get there in time. I'm running into cliffs. More than anything, it feels like I was trying to hide from this T69 and not die to him. And I'm just trying to play it safe to survive to the end of the match. I've been trying to improve my survive rate in matches as well, and rather than just sort of die needlessly at the end, throwing myself off cliffs or go in for damage where I'll die, I've been trying to avoid doing that a little bit. So with the end of the game, we've managed to walk away with 11 penetrations. It's not bad being bottom tier, 2,000 damage before the multiplier, 3 kills, so not too bad a game at all. I hope you're enjoying the content, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you next time.